Hi friends, it's Michele Mattix of Sedona Meditation Experiences with a new episode of Sedona Meditation Adventures. And this week I'm talking to you on Full Moon Day. It's April 5th and we have a beautiful full moon in the sign of Libra coming up tonight. If you were in Sedona, you could join me for my full moon meditation experience, but I thought I'd give you a little taste of working with the full moon energy. Even though the moon hasn't risen yet, the energy is still very prevalent. And the full moon picks up energy from the sign of Libra this month. And Libra is all about balance and harmony and relationships. So it's a lovely time to reflect on relationship in your life. That can be relationships with other people. It can be relationships with yourself. And it can also be how you are perhaps giving too much of yourself away in your relationships. Libras struggle to find balance. It's all about the act of finding balance. And that's a real balancing act with relationships and how much to give away and how much to maintain of yourself. So when I meditate on the full moon, I like to do three things. I like to, number one, let go of something that no longer serves. And number two, I like to plant seeds for something that I want to create. And number three, I like to celebrate the joy and the excitement that the full moon energy brings. So we'll do an abbreviated version of a full moon meditation, and I invite you to join me. And I will start by saying that the full moon energy is alive for a couple of days after the actual event. So if you're listening to this video a couple of days after the full moon, you can still sit down and do this meditation and feel that energy. All right, so go ahead and make yourself comfortable. If it feels good, close your eyes and take a couple of centering breaths. And as you breathe and start to relax and settle into yourself, visualize the full moon. Think of one time when you looked up in the night sky and saw the beautiful moon, full and mysterious. And just feel that energy of the full moon with you now. And as you feel that full moon energy, just let yourself get a little lost in the energy that's present during this full moon time. Probably you've already been feeling it. Sometimes it can be rough. Maybe you felt tired. Maybe you have felt emotionally frazzled. Or maybe you're cruising right through it. You feel happy and joyous. Full moon is a time when our emotions are a little extra on edge. So as you breathe, soothe any jagged feelings. And just take a moment here to reflect on a relationship in your life. The first one that comes to mind. And notice some of the dynamics at play in that relationship. Does it feel balanced? Do you feel like you're receiving as much as you're giving? Does the relationship feel like it's in harmony with who you are? And does that relationship bring you joy? Are you happy with the relationship? And if you're feeling or noticing areas in this relationship that feel out of balance or disharmonious or not very joyous, be curious if there is something about the relationship that you would like to let go of or change, knowing that you can't change the other person, but you can change the dynamic that you bring or how you respond. So for example, if you're feeling like you get lost in your own healthy habits, maybe it's time to be a little more disciplined. Bring mindfulness to that situation so that you can maintain what's important to you and your well-being, and at the same time enjoying and celebrating what the relationship brings. Libra likes to get lost in the other person. And so having those boundaries and that self-discipline is important. And if you've identified something that you would like to change or release about a relationship, offer it up under the beautiful energy of the full moon. You can use that powerful lunar full moon energy to help you let go, to transform that aspect of your relationship. You can imagine the moonlight dissolving whatever quality or attribute you've identified. And just let the power and magic of the full moon energy bring a new way, a healthier, more balanced and harmonious way of being in this relationship. And then part of that, identifying what you want to release or change, is also how you would like to change in response to that. What's something new that you would like to bring to that relationship in terms of your own partaking of this relationship? Some habit or some way of being that you have in this relationship. How would you like to maybe change that or bring some new element? For example, if you tend not to speak up, maybe you let your partner or the other person in this relationship make all the decisions. Maybe you challenge yourself and put it out there that you want to be a little more bold in putting your own ideas and your own desires out there. Or maybe there's some disharmony in the relationship and you don't like confrontation. And so the relationship is feeling maybe stagnant because you're not speaking up about what needs to change or evolve. So you can bring a little more emotional strength and boldness to be able to talk about whatever it is in the relationship that needs to be addressed. So just be curious what you can bring to this relationship and feeling that energy of the full moon supporting you, emboldening you. And then finally, celebrate this relationship. It's so beautiful to have people to share our lives with. Even when things aren't perfect, we still have these people in our lives to walk through life with and share these precious moments. So So feel the joy and the gratitude in your heart that you have this relationship and that you're working on it. You're using your awareness and the full moon energy to help strengthen that relationship. And let that gratitude fill your heart so that it's overflowing. Feel the joy of the full moon energy reflected in your heart. And then gently bringing your attention back to where you're seated. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. And it's so simple to celebrate the full moon. You're just calling that energy to you and using it for the 3 things that I mentioned. So let go of something that no longer serves you, call in something that you'd like to create, and celebrate the many blessings in your life. Happy full moon, my friends. And remember, if you do come to Sedona, you can join me for a full moon meditation. It's really special. And also, if you haven't already checked it out, look at my Make Meaningful Change program. It's an online Zoom meditation support group where we meet 10 times a month and we enjoy guided meditation time together. It helps to build the habit. So those excuses of I'm too busy to meditate or I just don't have good meditations when I'm alone, those don't matter. You've got an offer here to come and meditate with me several times a month at a very reasonable price. So I hope you'll check it out. The details are down below. All right, friends, until next time, this is Michele Mattix saying goodbye for now.